All right. So again, starting this morning on our backs, legs extended or knees bent, your choice. And our head is facing the top of our mat this morning. So just let the back body spread out. Imagine feeling as though the rib cage and the shoulder blades and everything could just kind of take up space on the floor underneath you. Letting your sacrum and your pelvis rest on the floor, back of the skull. Bring your arms to a comfortable position, and when it feels okay, if it's okay, go ahead and close your eyes. We'll take a big breath in through the nose, fill the body. And just open your mouth, let the breath pour out and allow yourself to soften. Giving yourself this space, permission to spread out and take up room. Let everything melt back. Maybe take another big breath here if that would feel good. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling to let it all go. And just arrive here on your mat right now. Letting yourself soften and relax. We're just going to tune in this morning to the ebb and flow of our breath. So without any effort here, trying to change it in any way, just start to notice your inhale and your exhale. Tuning into the quality of your breath as we start the practice this morning. Notice any areas you might feel constricted or tight. And again, this is not a judgment, but just an observation. Noticing where the breath wants to flow naturally this morning without us controlling it in any way just yet. And then just notice if you can consciously and intentionally just let the breath slow down a little bit. Begin to deepen your inhalation. Letting your exhale extend a little longer. And we're finding that balance where we're not really extending a lot of effort and forcing the breath to slow down. Keeping it a little bit deeper, but a place that feels easeful. Not expending much effort here. But really notice here on your back where you feel your breath. Noticing the places that expand on the inhale. And notice in what ways your rib cage may move and expand. Breathing in. And then just notice what happens on your exhale, the softening and contracting. Take some mental notes here of these observations you're making with the breath. And just a couple more rounds here. Easy, soft breath. Not worrying about any certain count this morning. Just really sinking down into the experience of your breath and where you feel it. And then go ahead, whether your legs are straight or bent, we're going to one at a time draw one knee in and then the other into the chest. Let's give ourselves a little hug, say good morning, and begin to just roll side to side on your back body, beginning to investigate that sensation of the back body. Maybe noticing the erector muscles that line either side of the spine as you rock side to side. These strong, strappy muscles that keep us erect and standing tall. And take one more breath here, and as you exhale, go ahead and place the feet on the floor with the knees bent. We'll lift the hips up just an inch or two. We're going to shift the hips to one side and we're going to roll over onto our belly. Coming onto our belly, I'm going to ask that you have your feet about mat width distance, tops of the feet on the floor. And we'll move the elbows out. We'll build a little pillow with our hands or our forearms and rest your forehead down. Inhaling our breath here, exhale, softening now towards the floor. The front body is melting into the earth. And just reestablish that slow, even breath that we were doing on our back. We'll be here for just a few rounds, but I'd like you to once again notice where your breath wants to go now that we're on our belly. The areas perhaps that we're expanding on our back are now pressing into the floor. So now where do you feel any differences of where your breath might go? Noticing the rib cage. Maybe on the front, the rib cage was expanding forward and up. Maybe now that it has the floor in the front. Now maybe you can feel some expansion in the lateral ribs sideways, maybe even in the back of your rib cage. So just take a couple breaths here, staying in that sensation of breath and where it's expanding and where it's contracting. And is it easeful for you to breathe on your belly? Again, no judgment, just an observation versus when we're on our backs. And take about another full breath here or two. We'll lift the forehead up off our little pillow. We'll take the arms down by our sides. I'm going to have the palms facing down and replace the forehead down on the mat. On the next breath in, as you breathe in, we're going to lift the head off the mat as if someone was just lifting you from the back of your ears, keeping the gaze down. And we're going to sweep the arms out in front of us, reaching towards the top of the mat. As you exhale, sweep the arms back down to your sides and replace the forehead on the mat. We're going to do that one more time. So inhale, lift the forehead an inch or two, sweep the arms out in front. Take a nice big reach. Inhale again. And exhale, draw your arms back, place your hands at your midrib underneath the shoulders. Again, gaze staying down at the mat. Inhale for a cobra, gentle cobra, head, neck, and heart, like a baby back bend. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times, breathing cobra here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. This time as you inhale, we're going to press up through table. Exhale your hips towards your heels. Big toes move slightly in towards one another for child's pose. Take a big breath here. Exhale, let it out. And we're going to come gliding forward, bringing the heart forward. Inhale, we're going to come right into cow with the belly dropping, gaze lifting. Exhale, round into the spine and send those hips back towards your heels. So as if our heart is making an elliptical oval here. Inhale, gliding forward and then lifting up into cow. Exhale, rounding, taking it all the way back. Keep it going here with your breath. Inhale, forward into cow. Exhale, back into child's pose as you dome the back. Inhale, letting everything sink down, front body. Exhale, take it back, rounding. And just notice the different movement of your spine here, between flexing and then extending here as you come forward. Couple more. Ending on a child's pose on an exhale for a full breath. One nice big breath. Exhale to let it out. And then we're going to inhale. We're going to come on forward and find our table. So we're going to do another flowing movement here with our breath. We'll go really slow for the first one. We're going to slightly turn the left foot out towards the mat. We're going to extend the right leg back, and we're going to open out into a supported side plank. So the right arm reaches up, the right foot is on the mat, breathing in. As you exhale, bring both knees back to the floor and thread that right arm through and drop the shoulder down for thread the needle. And we're going to breathe between these 2 poses. Inhaling, take it out, supported side plank. You can even float that leg if you'd like. Exhale, bring it back down and thread the needle. Again, inhaling, open, finding your side plank here. Exhale, bring it down. We'll do that one more time. We're going to inhale, extend it out, foot up or down. Exhale, bring it down. We're going to linger here and thread the needle. So lower that right shoulder down. The right side of your face or temple can find the earth. And let the left hand stay on the mat here. You can reach it out in front if that's something that feels good. Or just keep it right where it is. Take a breath or 2 here. Let your body weight help open up the back of that right shoulder. When we go to take our next breath in, we're going all the way back to the supported side plank. So press into the earth, inhale, reach out for your supported side plank. As you exhale, we're bringing that right hand back down, and we're going to draw that right leg all the way up and forward to the top of our mat between our hands. As you inhale, let your hips sink, lift your heart. Exhale. And then on your next inhalation, let's sweep the arms up. As you exhale, baby back bend. Lift through the heart as if you're creating space between the ribs and the pubic bone. This area is opening up. Stay here for a breath, jaw soft. Inhale. As you exhale, come forward, bring the hands to meet the earth and just dome into the back. Draw the belly up and in. Dome the chin towards the chest. Back and forth. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, doming over. Next inhalation, we're going to rise up. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat, sink the hips forward, tuck your back toes. Next inhalation, step to the top of the mat, place the left foot next to the right hip with distance, and exhale, fold, hang here. Let the head and neck soften. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Maybe say good morning to the hamstrings. And maybe just take a moment to notice the whole back line body along either side of the spine, down through the hamstrings, back of the legs. Take a breath in and inhale up halfway. Straighten the spine. Exhale, take a fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips. Next inhalation, let's sweep it up. Inhale, all the way up, arms sweep. Exhale, draw the hands through your midline and bring the hands to your heart. Take a cleansing breath here. Inhale the breath. Exhale, let it out. Bring the arms down to the side. And remember, we did this last week. Spiral the arms out and open so that the palms face out. Bring the arms up, inhaling. Exhale, take a swan dive. Soften the knees and take a fold. We're going to plant the hands. We're going to step back and we're going to find a very loose downward facing dog. Knees are bent. Press the mat away. Inhale, glide forward, find a high push-up position, and as you exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes, lower to the belly, hands come by our sides, palms face down, forehead on the mat. Inhale, lift the head, sweep the arms forward, reach. Exhale, bring them back to the side, lower the forehead. 2 more like that. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders, arms sweep forward. Back body's engaged here. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift it up. Just an inch or 2. Exhale, draw the hands to your midrib underneath your shoulders. Inhale, press to table. Exhale, child's pose. Take a breath. Breathe into the back of the body. Feel if you can find some expansion all along the back of your body. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, gliding forward, finding your cow. Exhale, round and press to child's pose. Excuse me. Inhale. Exhale, round. Let the hips drop toward the heels. 1 more. Inhale, finding your cow. Extending the spine. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, come on up, find your cow. Exhale, find your table with a neutral spine. All of that on the other side now. So slightly turning the right foot out. Inhale, take the left foot back, turn the heart, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, come back to table, thread the left arm through and over to the right, touch the left shoulder down. Inhale, take it to side plank. Maybe you float the foot. Exhale, coming down, thread the needle. Inhale, your supported side plank. Exhale, take it down and through. Last one, we're going to pause and thread the needle. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fine thread the needle, drop that left shoulder down. Left temple drops towards the ground. Taking a breath here, and as you exhale, let your body weight help you here to find some opening in the back of your left shoulder. Right hand where it feels comfortable. Keep it where it is, maybe reach it out. Or any other place that feels good for you. We're here for a breath or two. Remember, when we come out, we're going right to supported side plank one last time. Bring the right hand to the mat if it's not already there. Press in, inhale, take it all the way out and up. Find your supported side plank. Exhale, return the left hand down, and we're bringing that left foot all the way up and forward between the hands. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, let yourself sink down. Opening the front of that right hip flexor there. Next breath in, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, baby back bend. Again, lengthening the front of the torso here. Maybe gaze up, only if it's okay on your neck. One more breath in. As you exhale, we're coming forward. Remember, we're doming into that spine. Chin moves towards the chest. Draw the belly up and in. Inhale, take it up. Baby back bend. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, last one to rise. Exhale, bring the hands to frame out your foot. Go ahead and tuck your back toes and inhale, step up to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold and hang here. Take a moment to notice that back line of the body again. Coming up through the calves, the hamstrings, around the hips, and all the way up either side of the spine. Head is heavy. On your next breath in, find your halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, take a fold. Inhale, one more, halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, keeping that spine neutral and strong and straight. Inhale, take it up, reach up. Exhale, draw hands to heart center. And just take a cleansing breath here. Inhaling the breath. Exhaling to let it go. Dropping the hands to our sides, spiral out and open. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, arms out to the side, big swan dive, soften the knees and take a fold over. Plant your hands, bend the knees as much as you need to and step the feet back. Forget a soft downward facing dog. Knees can stay bent here. We're only here for a moment. And then on your next inhale, glide forward and find that high push-up plank position. As you exhale, bend the knees and drop them to the mat, untuck your toes and float down to your belly. Arms come long at your sides, forehead on the mat, feet about mat width distance. Inhale, head and shoulders rise, arms sweep forward. Exhale, all the way down, kind of like snow angels on our belly. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bring down. Last one to reach. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders, gently reach forward. Exhale, bring the hands towards underneath your shoulders. Elbows are tucked in. And inhale, press through table. Exhale, find your child's pose. If it's helpful to make a little pillow here for your forehead, you can go ahead. I'm just going to take a couple breaths here. Focusing the breath maybe in the back of your lower rib cage, finding some expansion across the back. And exhale, just let yourself soften and relax. Gently start to lift the gaze, place the hands back out in front of you. We're going to glide forward into table. I'm going to draw the right knee forward, bringing the right knee about next to the left wrist, and we're just going to turn and come to seated, facing the side of the mat. Left leg is going to stay extended, and the right foot's going to be drawing in towards our groin here. If you like to sit up on a blanket here, if that helps you, you can grab that. Just taking a few seated poses. Mid-practice this morning, once you're there, just take a moment, find that length in the spine, sitting up tall. Shoulders are nice and soft. You got some space between your ears and your shoulders. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, rotate the heart towards the right knee, bring the left hand across, and just place it somewhere along the thigh or the knee. Taking the right hand at our side, spiraling it open, the palm turns up. Inhale up and exhale out and over. Fingers reaching for the toes, side bend here. Keep your jaw, your neck soft and relaxed. And just breathe here and noticing if you can find that sensation of some expansion in the side rib cage there on your right. As you breathe in, come on up. Reaching that arm up. Exhale, release the hands. Now rotate the heart over towards the left leg and fold out and over. Come forward enough till you begin to have a hint of sensation in the back of that left leg. Keep the toes drawing back towards you. Gazing down towards your leg. Feel free to play here with your level of sensation without forcing. Again, you can draw those toes back a little bit more. That might increase sensation if that's something you're looking for. Otherwise, just stay with a level of sensation that feels good for you as we lengthen out the back of that left leg. Breath is just even and soft. On your next breath in, use your hands for support and bring yourself back up. And let's just switch it out. I'm going to lean back. I'm just going to switch my legs here. Take a moment to find and settle in for the right leg is out, left foot drawing in towards you. Inhale to sit tall. And as you exhale, let's rotate that heart now to the left, finding the right hand to come across. Find a little spot along that left thigh. Spiraling, left arm, palm up. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, side bend out over the right leg. Left fingers reaching for the right toes, maybe drawing those toes back a little bit. Notice if you're holding extra tension in that jaw or throat or neck. See if you can soften. Breathing into the left rib cage now. As we breathe in next, we're going to rise that torso all the way up. And we're going to exhale. We're going to rotate the heart now out over the right leg. Bring yourself forward. Heart coming down towards that right leg. Again, finding that very first place where you start to feel sensation. Pausing there, drawing the toes back. And either staying there or maybe even playing with different levels of sensation without being aggressive. What you need today for you is absolutely perfect. Stay with a place that's comfortable, yet still being able to find a level of lengthening in the back of your leg. Another breath or two. And as you inhale, support yourself to come on up. I'm going to bring both my legs together. I'm going to come off my blanket, set that aside. And I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to sweep myself back into tabletop, planting my hands on the mat, just a little bit out in front of my shoulders, tucking my back toes. We're all going to make our way back to downward facing dog. I might suggest that you just inhale and find a slight little cow, and then as you exhale, begin to float the knees. Press the hands as if you're pushing the top of the mat away to lengthen through the spine, hips lift up and back, and just begin to pedal out. Drop one heel and then the other. We're just going to explore downward facing dog for a few breaths. Move in a way that feels natural, working it out. Maybe finding that awareness of the back body. Eventually finding a still point in your downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, let yourself settle in, heels melting towards the floor. Letting the head and neck soften here. And on your next breath in, just lift up onto the tiptoes, look towards the top of the mat, soften the knees, and just slowly walk yourself up back to the top of the mat, feet hip width distance, and take another hang here. Maybe give the head and neck a little shake. Inhale for your halfway lift. Find length in the spine. And then exhale, take a fold. Coming up to standing, we're going to soften the knees, lower the hips, and on the inhale, take it up. Reach up tall. This time on the exhale, maybe take a baby back bend, just lift through the heart. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart and return to standing. One big breath here. Wonderful. Hands down at the sides, arms spiral out and open. Inhale, take the arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands forward, down to airplane arms, and just toe touch your left foot back. Keep lift, as if again, we're lengthening between the rib cage and the pubic bone here to lift the heart. Inhale, step the foot up and bring the arms back up. Exhale, bring the arms back to airplane arms. This time, step back or maybe float the foot. Keep that idea of lengthening through the front of the torso. Step the foot up, inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. This time, exhale, either toe touch, float, or lean forward and come into warrior three, where we're lifting the back leg, lifting from those hamstrings, the back of the thigh, lifting towards the sky. Find a drishti, rest your eyes on a spot on the floor. Arms are reaching back. Feel the wobble, have some fun with it. Maybe take a giggle here. We're going to inhale wherever you are. As we exhale, we're bending the right knee and setting that left foot back into a lunge, keeping the heel lifted for crescent. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, settle in. We're going to take the right palm, we're turning it out, spiraling the arms, so the right palm faces out. Inhaling the breath, as you exhale, bring the hand back behind you and place your palm to the right side of your sacrum in the low back. Take an inhale here, staying in this lunge, front knee bent. As you exhale, Slightly turn the heart to the right, taking a twist. Take your left hand and turn the pinky in, slightly spiraling your left arm in. Take a breath here. Release the right hand down. As you inhale, we're spinning ourselves all the way over to the right or left side of our mat. Arms are going to reach up, toes are out, heels are in. As you exhale, sweep both arms towards the top of your mat, down, around, and sweep to the back. Bend into your left knee, skater pose, reaching for the right back of your mat. Reverse the journey. Inhale, take it back up to center. Sweep the arms forward, up. As you exhale, draw the left toes in, turn the right toes out, bend the front knee, come into warrior two. Make your adjustments here to find your warrior two. Soften those shoulders away from the ears. Palms are down at the moment, jaw is soft. Flip your front palm, spiral the arm, and inhale, reverse. Reach up and back. As you exhale, or cartwheeling forward, lift the back heel. Both hands come to the mat in a lunge. Keep the back knee lifted. Inhale, left hand stays on the mat. Right arm spirals out and up. Turn the heart to the right for a twist. Take a breath here. One more breath in, and when you exhale, drop your left knee, untuck your toes. Left hand stays on the mat. Begin to draw your right foot back, extend it. Inhale, find your supported side plank. As you exhale, bring the hand and knee down, find table. Tuck your back toes. Inhale the breath, exhale, downward facing dog. Again, spending a few moments in downward facing dog. If movement feels good here, take that. Or if stillness would be better, go ahead and be still. Your choice, what feels best in your body. Still thinking about letting your head and neck be soft here, hanging down. Spine is lengthening as your hips reach up and back. Heels melt towards the ground. One more breath. Exhaling, let it go. Next breath in, lift the heels, come up onto tiptoes, soften the knees, walk to the top of the mat. Hang down forward, let your head and neck soften. Inhale for halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, drop the hips, inhale, spiral the arms up. Exhale, draw the hands to heart center. Excuse me, take a cleansing breath. Inhale and exhale. Drop the hands to your sides, spiral out and open. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come forward and down to airplane arms. Right toe steps back, toe touch. Keep the foot on the floor. Again, lift, length through the front body, slight baby back bend in the back body. Step forward, inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, come back on down, toe touch back or float. Again, length through the front of the body. Inhale, step up, arms sweep up. Exhale, toe touch, float. Or lean forward and find warrior three. If you're taking warrior three, find your drishti, rest your eyes on a spot that's not moving. Think about activating the back of your body, the back of the thigh, length of those erector muscles along the spine, holding you up. Take one more breath in. And when you exhale, bend the left knee, float the right foot down. Keep the heel lifted. Inhale, arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale to settle in and arrive. If you have a little wobbly and you need to make some adjustments with your feet, that's okay. We're going to turn that left palm out, spiraling the arm out. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, sweep the arm back and down. Bring the palm now to the left side of your low back sacrum area. Inhale, and exhale, slightly turn the heart to the left, and we're spiraling that arm, that pinky, in. Stay lifted here in your chest. Take a breath. Release the left hand, and on your inhale, drop your back heel, spin towards the right side of your mat. Both arms reach up, toes are out, heels are in. As you exhale, sweep the arms through the top of the mat, down and around, bend into the right knee now, skater pose back of the mat, reach. Reverse your journey, inhale, sweep it all the way to the top. As you exhale, turn the right toes in and the left toes towards the top of the mat, bend into the front knee, warrior two. Make the adjustments you need to make to find a comfortable, stable warrior two. Notice where you're holding extra tension, seeing if you can soften while at the same time being strong. Flip your front left palm and inhale, take your reverse, leaning up and back. And then exhale, cartwheel the arms down, lift the right heel, come into a lunge, top of the mat. Right hand stays on the mat, inhale, left arm up and open. Take a breath in your twist. One more inhale. And as you exhale, drop the right knee, untuck your toes. Sweeping back to supported side plank, the right toes turn out. Inhale, take that left foot up and back, reach. And as you exhale, come back into table. Tuck the toes, last downward facing dog. If you want to take one, if not, take a child's pose. Your choice. Settle into downward facing dog for a breath, inhaling fully and exhaling completely. Whether you're in child's pose or downward facing dog, we're just going to come forward onto our belly. Take the feet mat width distance, arms down at our side. The sweeping locust pose here, forehead on the mat, on the inhale. Head and shoulders lift, arms sweep forward. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift and sweep. Exhale, all the way down. Last one, inhale, sweep the arms, reach the fingers forward. Exhale, draw the hands back to your midrib under the shoulders, elbows tuck in. Inhale, press to table, slowly, slowly exhale towards child's pose. Let the head rest down towards the ground, maybe find a pillow, crossing your forearms or palms, or any other variation of child's pose that might feel good for you. Just breathing again into our back body, this area where the back of the heart is, the back of that lower rib cage. Notice how your rib cage moves when you breathe here. Do the ribs move up and back? Do they move out towards the side? Just observe. When you're ready, begin to lift the forehead and then just lift the torso up. We're coming into our camel pose now. We're going to take a couple rounds. I'll give you some different options to choose from. You might want to have your blocks handy if you have them. So going ahead and grabbing them, maybe having a blanket on hand. We're going up onto our knees, so if you like to have some cushion, you can always set that up. And the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to come up onto the knees, and we're just going to keep a neutral spine. We're going to let ourselves have that length of the spine, nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed. And again, we're just going to spiral the arms open, inhaling without arching. We're going to keep neutral spine first, so just drawing the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, bring the hands and let the back of the palms just come together in front of you. We did this, I think, either last week or the week before. Just inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, spiral out and open. Keep this here. Continue to breathe. We're not bending back yet. We're just opening through the front of the heart, drawing the shoulder blades back. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, just come back to neutral. Maybe give it a little shimmy shake. So we're going to do that again. We're going to inhale. We're going to open, spiral open. This time, bring both palms to either side of your sacrum and the low back. Keep that action of the shoulder blades moving towards one another. We're going to slightly lean the pelvis forward as if your pubic bone is going to reach down towards the floor. And then think about lengthening the area from the bottom of the sternum and the pubic bone, this whole front area. We're going to lift it up. The heart lifts. I'm going to offer that you keep your chin slightly tucked and just gazing forward rather than looking up, unless, of course, this feels okay. For me today, this is much more comfortable for me to keep my chin level rather than taking it up and back. So just here in this slight back bend, the hands are supporting the low back, the lumbar spine on either side. And the front of our torso is lengthening from sternum to pubic bone. Take a breath here. On your next inhale, gently return the torso to that neutral position. And you can take your blocks here, and we're going to just sit down onto a block or maybe two blocks. If this is not comfortable on your knees at all, even lifted, just come forward into a loose child's pose. Otherwise, we're just going to neutralize the spine for a moment by sitting on the blocks and just sitting with a nice tall spine here. And if you don't need the blocks at all, if you have bendy knees without any pain, you can always just sit in regular hero's virasana pose. And just maybe soften the gaze or close the eyes and just take a breath or two here. Noticing the different sensations in the front of the torso, in the back of your body. And we'll come up for one more round. So you can either opt for just the spiral arms. You can opt for the spiral arms with the hands on the low back. Or if you'd like to take it just a tiny bit further, you can set up your blocks on either side, the outside of the feet or ankles. I'm going to spiral those arms open. Again, stay here. Bring the hands to the low back on either side of your sacrum. Gently press the pelvis forward. Lift, lengthen the front of the torso, lifting the heart. Again, keeping the gaze towards the front. Stay here. Or if it's available, you'd like to try, you can take the fingers back to the block. And we're still thinking about pushing the pelvis forward, lengthening through that front of the torso. Maybe the fingertips are on the block. Again, I prefer my chin level with the floor rather than up and back. But you experiment for you. Keep your breath slow and even. We're here for one more breath. On your inhale, slowly ease yourself back up. And you're going to exhale back into your version of hero's pose, either sitting on your heels, on a block or two, or if neither one of those is comfortable, maybe just coming forward, resting on the forearms for just a very loose child's pose. Go ahead and just take another breath here. And just notice sensations in the front body, sensations along the spine, your back. If you have a blanket or a towel, I'm going to have you fold your towel or blanket up. We're going to bring it, we're going to place it at the top of the mat. You want a couple inches of thickness there. We're going to bring our blocks. And I'm going to set my blocks just on the edges of the mat on a slight angle here. What we're going for is we're coming to rest on our bellies one last time. The blocks are going to come right under the shoulder, right under the front of the shoulder. And the blanket's going to rest, our forehead's going to rest on the blanket so that no part of our nose or face is touching the floor. The shoulders are elevated a little bit on the blocks, and just rest the hands. They can have your palms face up towards the sky, and maybe keep the feet about mat width distance. Coming to rest in the supported prone position on your belly. And just once again, fall into the sensation of your breath. Let yourself relax fully into the support of the props on the floor. And just observe the sensations through the torso, front and back and side. As the breath flows in and out and creates movement. Remembering always, if being on your belly is just not comfortable for you, that is okay. You can always flip onto your back if that feels better. We're just going to be here for a couple more breaths, just letting yourself sink in, really relax and let go of any gripping, any tension. Stay with whatever experience you're having in your body at this moment, observing. And then as you're ready in your own time, we're just gently lifting the head. We're going to set our blocks out to the side. Maybe scooch the blanket up off the mat here. And just find your way back onto your back, rolling onto your back. Coming full circle, right where we started, on the back. Let's draw the knees in for a hug here. And then once again, just rock yourself side to side and take note of your back body. Noticing that roping muscles on either side of your spine. And then find stillness at center and just sweep the arms out. Find a T shape with your arms. Breathe in your breath and exhale. Let's take a nice, easy twist out to the right. Just let the knees and feet drop out. Allow your gaze to find its own intuitive place. Inhale your breath and exhale. Relax back into the shape of this pose. Allow yourself to be effortless here. Letting go of any gripping or control. As you inhale next, we're going to bring those knees up and over. You're just going to find a twist out on the other side. Everything dropping to the left now. Breathing in a nice deep cleansing breath, filling the body, and exhaling to soften and really release. As you inhale, bring in the knees back to center. We're just going to take a quick reclining pigeon on each side before we move into Shavasana today. So let's cross the right ankle over the left knee, letting it fall out. Stay there if that feels great. Don't worry about going any further, unless, of course, that's something that would feel good, maybe threading the arms through, catching the back of the left thigh. Just releasing a little bit into the hip and into that low back area here after having done some work back there today, some wonderful good work. And again, just gentle here. We're not really grasping hard and assertively. Just breathing a few breaths into the right hip. Notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw, letting it go, soften. We'll take one more breath here. And exhale to unwind both feet coming to the mat, to just switch it out to the other side, left ankle coming to the right knee. And again, maybe this is just feeling wonderful, nice and relaxed here. Or if you'd like, go ahead and draw the right knee up. Taking grab hold of the back of your right thigh and drawing it in gently here. Maybe finding that sweet spot that just feels oh so good in that left hip. You're finding a little bit of release there. Noticing if there's tension. It feels really tight. Maybe just use that breath. Imagine sending your inhale right into that left hip. And as you exhale, soften. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind. We'll give ourselves one last hug. Giving ourselves a great big thank you for coming to the mat today. Take whatever movement here would feel good to complete your practice before moving into Shavasana. If you're ready, go for it. Extend your legs long. Make all those little micro tiny adjustments to find the perfect place for Shavasana, including any props you might want to use to support yourself. But once you feel ready and you feel that you've truly arrived, allow your eyes to close and take a beautiful cleansing breath in. Inhale, fill the torso. Open the mouth, exhale, let everything release back. The earth has got you. There's nothing you need to be, nowhere you need to go in this moment, just to simply be here, relaxing the face, the neck and the jaw. Allow the shoulders to melt back and the arms to become heavy. Feel the softening of the heart space and the belly, as if all the internal organs relax and soften. The pelvis releases the gripping, the holding, and the legs themselves drop back towards the earth. Releasing all the tension all the way down, including the toes, and softening the arches, the bottom of the feet. Allow yourself this place of being held and supported. And just be Shavasana. Please begin to draw your awareness back onto your breath. And begin to deepen the next inhalation. Notice how that feels energetically. Allowing that wonderful and beautiful life energy to really fill the body and encourage you to find some gentle movement. Whatever it feels good to begin to wake yourself back up. Letting those movements slowly increase. Until you find yourself at a place where you can draw one knee up and then the other. And then finding your way onto your right side for a few moments. And just linger there, eyes still closed. And taking this moment of deep awareness of how your practice affected you today and how it lands in your body. And then slowly and gently, please easing yourself back up to find a comfortable seat. And we'll go ahead, and once you're seated, let's please bring our hands together with the thumbs resting against your heart. And just reclosing the eyes if they happen to open. And we'll together take a nice big breath here. Let's inhale deeply. Exhale to let everything go. Drawing fingertips to forehead for peaceful thoughts. To the mouth for kind words. To our heart for loving action. And from my heart to yours, thank you everyone for joining me today. I especially thank you for your presence and your practice. The light and love inside me honors the beautiful light and love in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody.